One night, my wife opened the door, looked at me, and said one word, help. Then she collapsed. I have Psalms 27 tattooed on my neck, and the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? But that night, that verse was no longer just an ink on my skin. It became something I had to live. Hi, my name is Maccy Adalid. I'm a graphic designer and multimedia based in the Philippines. And this is my story of how one night changed everything for my family. End of December, I was supposed to be happy. Christmas has just passed. New Year was coming. We were with family. We were celebrating like many Filipino families. Our budget was already depleted because of the holidays, but it was okay. I thought we were ending the year with love, peace, and happiness. Then everything changed. I was at home checking my emails when my wife suddenly opened the door and collapsed. She was pale. She was holding her stomach. All she could say was help. That was the moment I knew something was seriously wrong. I rushed her from Talisay to Chonghua Hospital. What usually takes almost an hour, I think I made it in around 20 minutes. I'm not proud to say this, but I passed some red lights. It was around 1 a.m. The roads were clear, and for me, that was the moment felt like life and death. At the ER, her blood pressure was almost 60/40. The doctors were rushing. They were giving her medicine just to bring her blood pressure back up. She was close to going into shock. Later, we found out she had internal bleeding in her stomach and gallstones. She needed treatment. She needed surgery. Then came my next fear, the hospital bill. The estimate was around 300 to 400,000. I only had around 100,000. And that is the reality for many families here in the Philippines. You can be working hard, you can be earning decently, you can be doing okay, but one hospitalization can change everything. At that point, I was scared. I was trying to be strong, but deep inside, I knew I could not carry everything on my own. So I prayed. I remember saying, God, you already helped us before with my daughter. She survived heart surgery. I know you have carried us before, and I trust you again now. And even though I was afraid, I told him, thy will be done. Not because I had no fear, but because I had no other place to put the fear except in his hands. There is a verse I carry with me, literally tattooed on my neck, because I needed a reminder that God is always there. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? That's Psalms 27:1. That verse became real to me in that moment. It was no longer just an ink on my skin. It became something I had to live. My wife was in the hospital. The bills were bigger. The bills were bigger than what I had. I did not know what would happen next, but I kept reminding myself, God is still there. Fear no hardship. Thy will be done. So I asked. I reached out to clients, friends, people I had worked with before. I emailed so many people with Gmail that Gmail thought I was spamming. Then my former boss, 𝐆𝐈𝐕𝐄𝐑, connected me to GiveSendGo. He told me I should create a crowdfunding campaign so all the help could be centralized. I created a campaign. I uploaded my wife's photo in the ER. I wrote the story. I connected my bank, and people showed up. Friends, clients, strangers, and GiveSendGo's giver army helped us in a way I never forget. They did not just give money, they give me peace. They helped me stop worrying about the bill so I could focus on my wife. And to me, it was God working through people. This is not just a story about a hospital emergency or a hospital bill. This is about fear, faith, surrender, and the moment I realized that thy will be done. Thy will be done does not mean giving up. It means trusting God even when you do not know what happens next. It means walking into the valley with fear in your chest, but still believing that God is there. That night, I asked God for help. I did not know how He would answer. I did know who He would send. But one by one, people showed up. Friends, clients, strangers. Give, send, go. And slowly the fear became lighter because they did not just help pay a hospital bill. They gave me the chance to stop counting money and start holding my wife's hand. They gave us time. They gave us peace. And they reminded me that thy will be done does not mean giving up. It means trusting that even in the valley, God is still moving. Sometimes He answers through miracles, and sometimes He answers through people. Thank you. And that is my story.